Hello and welcome to your Grow Groups this week. My name is Jessica. I'm the director of Grow Groups, and it is so good to engage in this time of conversation with you. We're starting this new series this week called Starting Over, and we're looking at the life in the book of Ruth that we have in our Old Testament and seeing what happens when we start over different chapters in our lives, the things that we bring with us, the things that we leave behind, and, well, the things that we get to learn from Ruth's story. This week, we're talking about unlikely relationship, and I'm joined by Vicki. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, thank you for being here. I always love chatting with you, and I'm happy to welcome the groups in for that.
Absolutely.
Good. Well, I've got our fun first question.
Okay.
Do you like to engage in small talk with strangers, and has that ever led to an unlikely conversation?
Okay, do I like to? It's not that I don't enjoy it. I do enjoy sometimes getting to know new people. It's just that it's draining for me because I'm an introvert. So the difference introvert, extrovert is where you get your energy from. And I get my energy more from being alone. So especially talking to strangers just draws energy out of me.
So it's a real gift from you then, honestly.
Absolutely, yeah. Yes.
That's incredible. My dad was a big small talk person. And so that's something that we've always learned. You acknowledge the person in front of you.
Uh-huh.
But I try not to do the whole, like, as soon as the server introduces themselves, being like, well, hello, Sarah. Like, too much. It's a weird line.
So, and the unlikely conversation part was, of course, on a plane, you have to talk to the person next to you. So, I was on my way to a conference, and the gentleman I was sitting next to asked me where I was going, and I told him I'm going to go to a conference for marriage and family therapists. And he goes, "Oh, I find that those kind of things are just like eating fish." Yeah, I had the exact same response. And so he explained himself. He said, you have to eat the meat and throw away the bones.
Oh.
So, yeah, I've used that illustration over and over again throughout the years, and that was probably 30 years ago. Especially like today when people come in and they've been listening to a self-help podcast. I say, well, those are kind of like eating fish. And go on to explain. Yeah.
Well, and that's so true. I feel like a lot of those resources have really good things in them.
Absolutely.
And some unhelpful things in them.
Absolutely.
It's true of everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eating fish.
Eating fish.
I love that. Well, as we are looking at this relationship between Ruth and Naomi and tending to our relationships in different ways, I'm curious, what unlikely relationships need your attention or loyalty in this new year?
Well, in the new year, of course, dealing with clients, that's always, especially meeting somebody new and trying to establish that rapport, that always takes some energy and some effort. The other thing in the new year is going to be the emotionally healthy spirituality and relationship class. Mm-hmm. Pastor Chung Ho and I did those together, and so my relationship with him, too, is growing. I'm getting to know him in new and different ways by leading the class with him. And then always the class members. It's so fun to hear their stories and learn about their backgrounds. And yeah.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I always think I had a hard time writing this question because I think I'm trying to be prayerfully open to the new relationships, the truly unlikely ones that just appear. That God will be like, hey, this soul, build something there.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, I'm curious, what is it like to have relationships with people who can promise you nothing? Have you ever entered a relationship expecting nothing only to be surprised?
Absolutely. Yeah. Especially in doing counseling, you go into it knowing that you're just there to listen. And yeah, that's mainly all I'm supposed to do. I am always honored to be present with somebody on their journey of healing. And then I'm always surprised at how much creativity people have. And then impressed with how resilient people are. People can come from all different kinds of backgrounds, and they learn how to get through, and they find ways to adjust to all different kinds of situations. So it's amazing.
Ooh, it is really cool that you get to learn that resiliency from people.
Yeah, absolutely. And I learn things for myself, too, as I watch them grow and learn.
Yes.
I take home a lot.
Good.
I'm often going, did you hear yourself today? Maybe you need to listen.
Ooh, I like that. I remember thinking that in student ministry.
Uh-huh.
My kids would walk in the door with, and it was cool. They'd come with like some random theology even. And I'd be like, oh, but oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to stop and think. Okay. Let me think outside the box here for a minute. Yeah.
It seems like I'm supposed to be the expert in this space, but I'm not.
Clearly. Oh, no.
No. And it is that idea of entering every relationship expecting to learn and with that curiosity.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
I love that. Well, one last question.
Okay.
Where are you meeting or intentionally being with people to foster unlikely relationships?
Where am I meeting? Absolutely in the emotionally healthy spirituality and relationship classes. Those are the ones I know that I have planned where, I'll get to know new people. I also hope to spend a little bit more time this year doing some training and training new volunteers so that they can help in care ministry. And so, because I want for other people to experience what it's like to listen to somebody's story and hear that resilience and just find out how strong people really are and how God works in people's lives in various ways.
Awesome. Yeah. What a great way to invite even our groups, your care ministry into the space if we're interested.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for being here today, Vicki.
You bet. Thank you.
It's so good talking about unlikely relationships. I love learning from your heart and all the experiences you get from meeting people in these places. Mm-hmm. And we're praying for you all in your groups this week, in your conversations, and in your unlikely relationships. We'll see you next week.